Um, yeah, just coming up with names. How do I come up with names or whatever?
Oh yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah.
yeah. I mean, that's kind of the answer to that. Um, yeah, it varies a little bit, but usually it's some sort of. I'm just listening to the music. Usually, actually, I'm listening to the music like I'm mixing it, and I'm listening to it over and over because I'm mixing it, I'm mastering it,
Hmm.
and then it gets stuck in my head that way. And usually around that time, like the mastering stage is when like some sort of theme or idea is coming into my head because I'm listening to it. Um,
Gotcha.
and I'll change it from like whatever shitty random name I had it saved as the whole time, like the date or whatever,
Right.
you know, and actually give it a little bit of a soul, if you will. But yeah, man. So yeah, that's coming out on that site today. Um, everywhere else tomorrow, and it's just been that's why this week has been crazy. Um, just doing all the things I do to like prepare for a release. Yeah, it's just a lot of shit.
Nah, yeah, you gotta do it all, man.
Yeah,
And you gotta try to promote it, market it. Um,
all that. Yeah. So like
are you doing a t-shirt release with this one or a
yeah,
design?
I'm gonna do some merch with this one. My plan is to do that going forward with everything. Um,
That's a good idea.
yeah, I mean, why not? You know what I mean? You could
People,
sell one. You could sell one T-shirt, and that'll give you more income than a shitload of streams. You know?
for real, if you think about it. Plus, if somebody's gonna buy some damn, or if somebody's gonna buy merch,
Hmm.
you know what I mean? You got somebody. That's a fan. That's
Oh
somebody
yeah,
you can reach out to. Thank you, appreciate it. Get some, listen to some feedback, or listen to the reasons why they really like the song or whatever. That's
yeah,
like an interaction,
yeah,
a personable one, because they're spending money
yeah,
to buy some shit you
yeah.
created, whereas they just listen to the song for free. So
Right.
that's tremendous.
Yeah, and that's always like an amazing feeling when something like that happens. Somebody buys your album or uh, a piece of merch.
And
It's just
what's
like, oh
cool,
shit.
what's cool about that too is the way you're doing it is like kind of like a limited edition, really. You know what I mean? Or are you going to continuously sell
The
um,
merch
for
is
bones?
yeah, that'll always be up.
Okay.
Um, and that's kind of part of the strategy too. Is like I don't know, man. I hate spending. It's getting hot than a motherfucker in here. I got lights on me, no fan. Um,
Where's your fan?
I don't know. Where's my remote at, bro? Anyway, I'll deal with it.
If you had Alexa or
uh,
somebody, you can be like,
you know what I'm saying?
Alexa, turn my fan on, please.
Please help me out. Oh shit, here it is. Um, it's a lot of work. Like the artwork itself
Oh
is
yeah.
is like so time consuming that I'm like, I feel like it would be a disservice to the like
To
the
them,
amount of work that went into it
to limit it. I got you.
to yeah. So plus like the way that I built the site and all that, it's just always there. You know what I mean? Anybody, I mean, if all goes well, 5 years from now, it'll still be there and someone could buy it if they want. And like, why would I limit myself to
No, I
that?
got you.
You
That
know what I
makes
mean?
sense. That
Yeah.
makes sense. I just I was looking into t-shirts and t-shirt companies, and a lot of them, but once they get established, they do a limited edition, so
I could,
they'll sell a shirt for a little while just to kind of um get people to buy it, or think, oh shit, fear of missing out, what is it, FOMO?
FOMO. Yeah.
So oh my
Yeah.
gosh, if I got to get this shirt now, so it just kind of encourages people to buy it
Yeah.
out of fear of missing out. But I
I
mean,
could see that.
that's later on down the
I
road.
was gonna say, yeah, if I had like an established fan base that I knew, like,
Right.
okay, y'all have a week, and I knew it
Yeah.
would sell,
Right.
enough to make all the work worth it, then yeah, definitely.
I got you. Yeah. So I jumped the gun as
It's
far as
okay.
your stage,
It's
but
all
that's
good.
good shit, man.
Yeah.
What if what's different now from like 5 years ago? Because we had all the apps, we had all everything you had access to really get online and do your thing and push it to
Yeah.
this level you're at now.
Yeah.
What was different?
For me,
Like
personally,
if there's a young producer out there
Mm.
who's, because you have music, you know,
yeah. Yeah.
you've got albums out, out there. You've been
Right.
doing this for a long time. What made you, like, how did you get to another level where you're doing this? And
That all boils down to like not giving up and constantly getting better at everything. 5 years ago, I mean, looking back, I could tell you the music. I mean, I don't know, I talk shit on my own stuff, but like the mixes
yeah,
are terrible. There's so many things I didn't do that I should have done mix wise. I can't say the mastering was terrible because the guy that did the mastering knows what he's doing, and he knew what he was doing back then. But you can't polish a turd.
No, I got you.
You can
He can only do so much.
Right. So yeah, like first of all, like that's one of the biggest things. It's like the music, I feel has gotten better. The mixing on top of that's gotten better. And then I do my own mastering, and like I can make shit hit the way I want to without having to, just go back and forth with someone forever. And so okay, yeah.
Well, let me hop in there right quick.
Yeah.
Okay, so today for some reason I woke up and I got on YouTube and was listening to some Gary Vee. Do you think if you just basically took his approach 5 years ago, even though you didn't think your music was up to your standards, and was just heavily pushing it out there on all these social media sites and just really diving in and going big, you think you'd be farther along than where you are now?
With the social media following, probably.
Or just putting content out there, putting your music out there.
For building a fan base, I do think it would be bigger. He actually did open up my eyes with a lot of things. So to go on the like what's changed in 5 years thing,
the previous question.
Well, it's part of that, right? There's multiple things. Like another aspect is seeing shit like that and like watching a video where a guy's like, hey, you're gonna fucking die someday. You know what I mean? Like, what are you doing with your life?
Right.
Get your shit together. Do more. What do you like? Are you playing video games 16 hours a day? Which 5 years ago I probably was.
Right.
So cutting out a shitload of wasted time. Just like really pouring fire on the productivity. And that goes back to the other shit we were talking about. Like, you think you're doing something, you know what I mean? And I was doing something, but I was also wasting a lot of time.
Right.
I remember playing Call of Duty, and during this time when I was playing video games, I was literally playing for 16 hours a day. I'm single, and just killing days, man. 16 hours. I can't fucking believe it.
Right.
I remember playing Call of Duty, and it was like the 60th match of the day or some shit, and just thinking to myself, like, I should really finish that album. I distinctly remember that moment. And shortly after that, my PlayStation burned up, and I just never got another one. I stopped playing, and
you broke your damn PlayStation playing it so much.
Yeah, I burned it out. I literally roasted it. That actually happened.
That's a sign. You know how they say there's signs. You know what I mean? That's a sign.
It actually happened 3 times, believe it or not. Like, I was there was this problem with those particular PlayStations where if you overheated it, the chip on the motherboard, like the solder would get soft and it would back out of the motherboard and your shit would just disconnect.
Oh wow.
And
I ain't never heard of no shit like that.
Yeah, man. I got up on YouTube. It's like kind of like the red ring of death on Xbox, but for PlayStation.
Gotcha. Savages.
Yeah, got on YouTube, saw some videos on how to fix it, went out and bought this heat gun, took the shit apart, fixed it. Got a couple more months out of it, you know what I mean? Same thing happened again.
2 more matches.
Yeah. The third time that happened, I was like, you know what? Let me like this, I just switched my mindset.
This is a sign.
Yeah. But I can't believe, man. I just think about back to that moment where it was like, I want to be a musician, and I talk about being a musician, but here I am playing video games for all these hours every day,
Yeah.
and just thinking about like, man, I should really finish that album and release it and like figure out how to do that.
Oh yeah. That's
So
I'm right where you were at that moment. Like, man, I'm wasting a lot of time.
yeah.
You know? I'm pretending. It's how I always tell myself I'm pretending.
Yeah.
Like, you say a lot. And the more I stop feeling the need to mention what I'm doing or what I'm about to do,
Mm.
the more I'm getting stuff done. You
Yeah.
know, when you can resist that urge to tell everybody and their mama what you're about to do, or you know what this and that, that's when you know you're onto something. Because as
Yeah.
long as you're in that world, you just you know, you're playing games. You're playing
Yeah.
games with your time, really.
Yeah.
So,
I wasted a solid decade doing shit like that.
Oh yeah.
I mean, a solid decade of this is what I want to do, but this is what I'm actually doing.
Right.
You know,
Half-ass.
Yeah.
Half-ass.
Yeah, man.
Try. Half-ass.
Yeah.
You know.